Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer initially sought a personal electric scooter after consistently renting them during family vacations. The appeal stemmed from the ease and convenience they offered for navigating unfamiliar cities. Upon receiving this scooter, our reviewer found the assembly straightforward, taking only a few minutes. Overall, the experience has been largely positive, although a few minor drawbacks were noted. The scooter's performance was deemed acceptable for its power class. While not the most powerful model available, its 500-watt motor offered 3 speed settings, reaching speeds of 10, 15, and 20 miles per hour. However, achieving the top speed consistently required ideal conditions, a perfectly flat surface, and a lighter rider weight. This reviewer, weighing approximately 185 pounds, managed a maximum speed of 18 miles per hour. The battery life proved adequate, though it understandably depleted faster at higher speeds. The braking system, while effective, presented a minor concern due to its front wheel-only placement, requiring careful application to avoid tipping. Aesthetically, the scooter's sleek design, notably the absence of excessive wiring, was a significant selling point for this client. The integrated lighting system, front, rear, and at the stand, was appreciated, though the headlights' quality felt slightly compromised, revealing a visible red wire internally when switched off. The folding mechanism, while convenient, required minor adjustment after several uses. The display and mode controls proved intuitive and easy to use. A welcome feature was the cruise control, although its operation was limited. It could only be engaged at the maximum speed of each selected mode, lacking the ability to set a custom cruising speed. Finally, the placement of a cable near the headlight felt slightly awkward and could benefit from improved design consideration. Despite these minor imperfections, the slightly subpar headlight, the cruise control limitations, and the less-than-ideal cable placement, this client expressed considerable satisfaction. The overall ease of use, combined with the scooter's attractive design and practical features, clearly outweighed the minor inconveniences. In fact, the positive experience was so impactful that the reviewer intends to purchase another, primarily driven by their child's enthusiastic adoption of the initial purchase.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer acquired this scooter to alleviate the challenges of commuting to work, particularly during hot and humid weather when walking becomes difficult due to a knee condition. Their typical workday involves walking several miles on city sidewalks, a necessary form of exercise during cooler months. However, the summer heat and humidity exacerbated their knee pain, making walking uncomfortable and leaving them drenched in sweat upon arrival at work. This scooter, tested extensively along their usual routes, is anticipated to be a significant improvement, especially during the warmer months. The scooter's built-in lighting features, a small headlight, deck lights, and brake strobe, proved particularly useful for early morning commutes in low-light conditions. While this client found the scooter easy to assemble and operate, its weight presented a noteworthy aspect. Though they are able to manage carrying the scooter, which is considerably heavier than advertised, upstairs and around their workplace, they acknowledge this could be a significant drawback for individuals with less strength. This heavier weight, however, appears to be a trade-off for the scooter's power and range. Despite their own weight, the scooter exceeded expectations in terms of speed, reaching a respectable velocity on various settings, though not reaching the maximum speed consistently. Their lighter son, on the other hand, easily reached the maximum speed across all settings and handled inclines with ease. The reviewer has yet to fully assess the scooter's range, as they are still utilizing the initial charge after several miles of use. The scooter also fits conveniently into their car trunk when folded. Ultimately, this client expressed a few minor frustrations. While very satisfied with the scooter's performance and features, they were disappointed by a subsequent price drop and a reduction in shipping costs shortly after their purchase, suggesting a potential saving if they had waited. Despite this, the overall experience has been largely positive, offering a viable solution to their commuting needs and significantly improving their comfort during the warmer months.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer initially enjoyed the scooter's size, finding it suitable for adults but unsuitable for unpaved surfaces due to a bumpy ride. The experience with the scooter's inclined performance was typical of electric scooters in general, lacking the gearing found in other vehicles. Our reviewer encountered a persistent technical issue. The scooter exhibited an error code resulting from poorly connected pins within the electrical system. This problem, similar to issues found in other electric vehicles this client has owned, stemmed from weak copper connectors. It took considerable effort, 3 days, to diagnose and resolve the problem independently. While the customer ultimately solved the issue, their interaction with the seller's customer support was less satisfactory. Though they eventually received a response through Amazon's chat function, this response was generic and failed to acknowledge the detailed troubleshooting the reviewer had already performed. The offer of a replacement part was appreciated, but our reviewer opted not to accept it to avoid unnecessary waste. Despite these setbacks, this client felt the scooter was worthwhile considering its price at the time of purchase, emphasizing the need for price comparison shopping, as identical models are available from different sellers. This client further detailed a charging-related error they encountered on a separate unit. This error, an E0 code they found, was resolved by unplugging a specific cable for a short period before reconnecting it. This crucial piece of information, absent from the instructions, was shared by the reviewer to help others who might experience the same problem. A different review from the same customer expressed initial excitement about the scooter's appearance but frustration with its inability to power on, even after an hour of charging. There was a lack of clear instructions regarding the power-on procedure. This reviewer expressed disappointment at the lack of immediate functionality and indicated a willingness to return the scooter for a refund unless they received assistance from the seller. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. See you next time.